Okay, this is DKG 225. I'm just gonna go through this really quick. I want to pick up a few things. So May 2nd, as you can see, I was very confused and I was calling a lot of people. Starting right about 10 o'clock, I started calling people, calling people, calling people. Then I got this weird number. That's the police. Not entirely sure why they're calling me. I think it was before my ADT alarms, but I don't know. I haven't been really focused on that. So yeah, the two guys. The one's baby faced, about 40. The other guy's, I don't know, 25, not even. The younger guy's got a tattooed sleeve on his left arm. And I asked him, what do you believe in Satan? I think that rubbed him the wrong way. Same as the guy told me he had kind eyes. Now, the reason I asked the tattooed guy if he believed in Satan is I'm 52. I grew up in the 80s. I listened to AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Angus has devil horns. I don't know, a little bit satanic, I guess. So, yeah, those two guys, before I'm even in the mental health unit, give me problems. And actually, I think I am going to use my source tape for this. Well, no, I don't think so. So about, well, it's before this. Okay. So I get in RGH, we're going to say about 4 o'clock, 4:30. There's a male nurse. He's the charge nurse, I believe. And he's got a beard. And he came out. I wanted to talk to him. He told me to go to my room. Now I'm a 52-year-old man, and when someone walks up to me, okay, hang on, I didn't even go over the booze and the mescaline, that part of the story. So I want to pick up on that. Okay, really quick. The police said, I'm having an out-of-body experience that I was on K2, mescaline, or shrooms or something, and I was drunk. Okay, here is a picture, the only bottle of alcohol I had with me in my house that day, and I drank that much of it. Now, before that day, before Monday, there's about that much in it. I opened it, I drank a little bit, and realized I bought cheap alcohol, so I never drank any more of it, but that night when I came home, well, there's a little bit gone. And that's not in my blood work either. They said I was drunk, but I don't see any booze. So I'd really like to know what my blood alcohol content is. The police said I was on K2, so that's like what the nurse is going, well, you're drunk and on K2. I'm like, what is K2? What is K2? Well, it's a syntheticness, and it's crossbreed that. I'm like, wait a minute, are you talking about marijuana? She's like, no, well, yeah, but it's K2. And I said, well, I've smoked K2 since I was 16. So, no, I was 15. And then I quit. And then recently, I just started to smoke it again because it seemed like it calmed me down. And I'd only take a couple puffs. So that's what happened that night. I took a couple puffs of weed. And the cops are telling me I'm on or shrooms and K2. I get to the hospital, they tell me I'm on mescaline and drunk. So I'm not exactly sure why they would tell me I'm on mescaline. The girl, they wouldn't let me leave until they took a urine sample. So I gave them one, and she came back and said I was on mescaline. But it's not in my paperwork. And they diagnosed me as having a psychoactive substance-induced psychosis. So I had a psychosis, according to them, not an out-of-body experience. Oh, and they diagnosed me with COVID and right foot pain. Now, I haven't even gotten to the right foot pain that was actually caused by their own security. And as far as the COVID goes, they wanted to force that thing up my nose. I said, I don't want it. I don't care if I have COVID. And they said, well, for our safety, we have to do this to you. So, go ahead. A couple hours later, they come back in my room. A girl tells me, well, hey, you tested negative. And I'm like, oh my God, you mean I don't have a cold? And then the next day, or the day after when I'm about to be released, they tell me I have COVID and right foot pain. So I haven't even gotten into that part yet. This is just more background information. It's a 5-minute clip. I'm just going to stop and upload it because I don't think I was on mescaline, and I know I wasn't drunk. These people have never seen me when I'm drunk. And as far as K2 goes, I took a puff of this same stuff about 2 minutes before I recorded this tape. So I'm pausing this one, and then I'm going to pick it up with the charge nurse. And what happened with the charge nurse? Shooting me up for the second time that night with Ativan within a 4-hour time period. And as you can probably guess right now, you can hear how angry I am. And this is a month later. So think about how mad I must have been that night. And the 3 weeks I started complaining to the Rochester General Hospital. And I told them this is exactly how this was going to play out. I was going to send them information, and they better investigate it. And I really don't think they did, because they'd never called me. I asked them repeatedly to call me. And I especially asked this poor dude, Brad. I bugged Brad, and he's the only guy in that whole hospital that would speak to me. So that reminds me right now, the 5 people I'm going to explain in the rest of this story, I am filing civil lawsuits on them, and I know one of their names is Rakia Much. So this is just me on YouTube telling you guys a story that happened to me. And I haven't even gotten to the good parts of it yet. Thank you very much for listening. ABC 123 DKG. Oh, no, sorry. Hang on. I want to actually end that with a text that has my... Well, that's not that important. ABC 123.